same old people that are selfish to the negotiation table. But be that as it may, you are saying that it's the same people that are going for the negotiations, but they still come back to you, the youth in the region, and you still receive them back. Have you gone to them to say, this is what we want?
Well, it depends the youth they meet.
Okay, are there different classes of youth?
Yes, everybody has his own loyalist. You see, Niger Delta problem is not spiritual, it's a physical problem. Serious physical problem with low mentality. Hardly you see Niger Delta youth, hardly you see them leaving that region to other region. The few ones that left that region think sharper than those that are there, because they believe in that the environment that they are comfortable. If you are not enlightened, you will think that, well, the life I'm living, I'm okay with it. So if they give you 2,000 to vote for me, vote for this, you do that. Now what is raining now, if you go down to Niger Delta, chairman, they will just see you, my chairman, without local government. You're not local government chairman in any angle, but they just need money from you, and they call you chairman.
What's the reason for that? Is that because of the level of poverty or what?
In Niger Delta, we have a lot of ethnic group, and we are not cooperating. No. The Robos, the Kalabari, the Calabar, the Shakiri, the Jaw, everybody wants to let me store my own parts and let me do my thing myself.
Okay, now Mofe, Mr. Kechuku mentioned OMPADEC and NDDC. It's okay for all those bodies, names to be touted, but how much development did those agencies bring to the Niger Delta?
Well, Niger Delta case is very serious, because if you go down and you see the work, the NDDC, they have unfinished work too. If you go around, and then their roads, if you check their roads, you cannot compare their roads with Lagos Road. You see the tar, the quota, very dark. You know that, yes, this is a cheap job. You understand what I mean? And then they will give to their best friend or their wife, brother, or their loyalist. Then their loyalists will now pay them back again. That chairman, you take your cut.
Corruption.
So they do. No, if you go around, you see the whole job, even the painting. If you go to Niger Delta, the paint they will use to paint even schools. Some schools, if you don't, you will never. If you rest your back on that paint, the paint will stain your shirt.
We saw a footage once on the news where NDDC actually rejected a job, and this was captured on television.
And then you know what? Again, they spent billions of naira on water infrastructure. No. Say water tanker.
There'll be water for one day.
Thank you. Those tanks go around Niger Delta. You will see that same tank everywhere, but there's no water. But the day they commission it, you see water.
Okay. So, the picture Tony's painting here looks really bleak.
True.
But yes, OMPADEC, or is it OMPADEC or
OMPADEC and
OMPADEC and NDDC. Now the NDDC has a new management team. Okay. And some of the things that Mr. Ikere has laid out, as Mr. Ikere, sound very laudable. I think there are about 6 points or 7 points that he wants to look at, and he's still working on it. But if you look at the proposals he's put forward, as in the areas he's going to work at, and the things on ground, what should change? Or is there light at the end of it?
It's tough because, you know, the values have disappeared. And you don't build a society on projects. You build a society on values. Now, in the absence of values, we're like Tarzan. You remember Tarzan? Mm-hmm. That's what we are like. So, that's a major problem that needs to be dealt with. I was privileged to train some ex-militants, and it gave me, close up into the mindset of those guys. And when we were to deal with them, we didn't start with the training. We started with their minds. Mm-hmm. All right, and when we were done, most other consultants had police, army, and all manner of security. I had nothing. You know why? Because I had gotten into their minds, and I had gotten them to value themselves. So, one of them said to me one day, he said, in typical pidgin, you not carry soldier. And I said to the guy, you be mad, man. Me, I'm not mad. You not mad. Why we need soldier now? I don't know if you're getting it. And we had a wonderful time together. I still talk to them till today. Many of them set up businesses. Why? Because we had to deal with the problem from the source. I mean, one of them said to me, nobody has ever said to me, you are good. One of them said to me, nobody has ever asked me, what do you think? I've never been shown love. I've grown up rough all my life. I made one of them the class captain. He looked at me and said, you know who I am? I kill. You've made me class captain? Okay, I will behave myself. And he ran that class successfully. So, coming back to your question. Now, if the head of NDDC, if he's a strong man and is a man of integrity, he may achieve something in his tenure. All right? But I can write this down. It cannot be sustained. Why? Because he's going to be dealing with the same people who take money, don't want to do the work. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's not going to go and inspect all the projects himself. So the system to enable him to succeed may not be there. But depending on his strength of character, he may be able to push a few things through. But over the long term, he's not likely to succeed. Because ask yourself, what has changed? I mean, from the days of Ompadek till now, what has changed? So why should we expect that one gentleman, with a good body language can bring about this kind of change?
This is an entirely new board.
Yeah, but the new board is working. Who are they going to work with? What have you done to the contractors who are going to get those jobs? I mean, the board is just, 5, 6, 7 people?
Make sure that you screen the contractors.
Oh, yeah, but when you're going to, that's what I'm talking about, values.
They're not coming from the moon.
That's the point. You know what I mean?
No, but I'll tell you what has changed. What has changed is change. We're experiencing change in Nigeria now, and we hope that it'll get to NDDC as well.
I hope so too.
Okay, let me give you an example here. Okay. We're not discussing NDDC, but this is one of the things I heard he said he was going to do, because the contractors were paid with bank guarantees.
Okay.
So he's going to go to the banks and say, give us back our money and go and hold your contractors for those jobs which are messed up. So at the end of the day, if the job's not done, the bank is in trouble.
So the bank becomes the project manager by proxy, which is good. Which is good. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Because maybe that's how the money has been going on.
If the gentleman who is heading NDDC now is a man of integrity, a man of value, he would be able to bring about some degree of, so 10 projects, maybe 8 will be well done. Prior to now, 10, 1/2 is well done. So that would be wonderful. That would be huge. But we need to look at the situation from a more holistic, point of view. It's bigger than money. If you throw money at this problem, you're not going to solve it. All right. So somebody must be asking the questions that nobody's asking now. All right. Because what has changed in real terms from 1960 till now? All right.
Okay. Mr. Kechukwu, I hope you can hear us this time. Now, you mentioned the Ogoni cleanup. Well, we heard that it was spoken about, but we also hear that no work has started. Mr. Kechukwu?
That's not exactly the position.
Okay, please
the point
bring
of
us
the
up to
matter
speed.
is that for such a huge project, you require the details. And the details have been fixed up. It's not picked up in a day. But as Naro was saying, we need integrity quotient of the executors of this project.
But I will also tell him that the difference between what we had in the past and today, I was consulting for a company at the heat of Kensaro Wiwa's campaign in the Umpadek days. And this company was looking at a project of about 500 million. They got all the details. We were waiting to be awarded the job, and it was awarded to one of the prominent kings in the Niger Delta. The king is still alive, and they gave him the job for 450 million. And when we came to query why the man got the job without the necessary facilities, they told us that we can either meet the man and they deal with him, or we wait for another one. So eventually I persuaded the people who were working with them were French experts. So I persuaded them, I said, let's work with the man. Essentially, the job is to be done. So when I met the man, the king now told me that he had been paid 50% of the amount. I said, can we talk how much you can bring so that we can start the project? He said, we better look for the other 50%. That actually he wasn't looking for work. What he was looking for money. And he has gotten the money he was looking for. So I don't think any contractor, whether the NDDC today encourages the contractor, or it is their brother, as Tony said, Mr. President, there's a new sheriff in town. If a regime has raised the bar of fighting corruption to the Supreme Court level, anybody, no matter who you think you are heading any agency or ministry, I don't think any of those portfolios is as high as the justice of the Supreme Court. So I just think that nobody will be thinking of that anymore. The point is that projects in the region will change the character in the region. Okay. Most of the youths who are not doing well in the region.
We'll come back in a moment, Mr. Kechuku, because you would have to explain a couple of things as regards what is now the stature of the president, his reputation, and the way forward. We'll be back shortly. Don't go away.